Turkish elections didn't go quite as good as Prime Minister Erdogan wanted to, and he, of course, was taking the country farther and farther towards fundamental Islam, and he got a pretty sound rebuke from all the different political spectrums in Turkey. So it was a pretty extraordinary thing that happened there. And let's see, this is breaking news. Just got this from Carl Jackson. Our Army website has been hacked, and ISIS, the Islamic State, claims credit. Well, I don't doubt it.
Wait, we got hacked?
The Army did, anyway. Of course, this is after the Office of Personnel Management got hacked by the Chinese, and so there's a lot of hacking going on out there, and it's to the detriment of us and our citizens here in the United States. But the incompetence and the overcomplication of this administration is mind-boggling and counterproductive. When things get bad and things get rough, you always go back to the basics. You just go back to the basics, and if you practice the basics, you'll win the game every time. In football, they call it trench warfare. In baseball, they call it good pitching. But you just go back to the basics, and this president, of course, he's too nuanced, to be, going to the basics. Why, he's got to have this grand plan, which isn't really a plan at all, which is why they called it leading from behind. But no complete strategy. Well, let's go back to the basics, President. Mr. President, for one, you can start by, instead of trampling on American values around the world, you could trumpet American values around the world. Instead of dismantling our military, you should build it up, which would give your red lines a little bit of credibility, which they have none of right now. But as I said, we'll be talking about that a little bit more with Abe Katzman here in the next segment of the show. We're also going to be talking about how Orange, have you heard of the new show? I think it's a TV show called Orange is the New Black or something like that.
Netflix original, yeah.
Yeah, well, we're going to be talking about how Orange is now the new blacklist.
Really?
When it comes to Israel, anyway. But as I said, we'll be taking that up with Abe a little bit later on. And then later on in the show, too, I'm going to talk a little bit about this strategy of Hillary Clinton's to accuse Republicans of course, wanting to keep people from voting and having overly restrictive voting laws. And she's got an ally in that fight. His name is George Soros. I call him Dino Soros. And, of course, Dino Soros has the deep, deep pockets. That's the bad news. There may be some good news in this, though, in the sense that the amount of money that George Soros is at least initially pledging to spend on this effort of Hillary's is, as one of my cousins used to say, chicken feed. Of course, the guy's a multi-billionaire, and he's talking about only ponying up $5 million to help in this cause, to fund a super PAC to help Hillary in her cause. I think that says a lot about his confidence in Hillary, and it ain't much. It says a lot, which ain't much.
It's a wink, yeah.
So we'll talk about that a little bit more later on in the show. But once again, I want to remind you folks that 2 weeks from today, we're going to be doing a live remote broadcast down the street here from us at Cafe Positano, only the finest Italian restaurant in all of Central Florida, owned and operated by two fine Italian brothers, Pasquale and Roberto Barba, and they got a great operation over there. We're going to have a lot of fun, and hopefully it'll be a day kind of like today, where there might be little clouds to maybe knock the little heat down a little bit.
A little wind here and there.
Yeah, but no real rain, because we want to do a whole lot outside, and Ken Vihek is bringing over the Shriners, the local Shriners, and they're bringing all their gadgets and toys and animals and things, clowns. And by the way, we got a story on clowns later on, too. So,
I don't care for clowns.
Well, then you may not want to go to where we're going to be talking about.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
So 2 weeks from today, That's at Cafe Positano. We'll be doing a live remote broadcast, and then of course we're going to be sticking around and having some good food and entertainment after that. But everybody is invited, and of course there's no cover charge or anything like that. Of course, you see me and you'll get a 20% off coupon, or one of us guys and gals, you'll get a 20% off coupon to your drinks and meals there. And if you are a member of the American Adversaries Army, and even if you join just the day before, you will be eligible for a free My Liberty Threads t-shirt with our cool new logo on it. So, and by the way, this is a logo that you could have worn to that Bike Fest hosted by Jody Ernst in Idaho over the weekend.
Nice.
where about a half a dozen, 6 or 7 of the Republican candidates showed up. And by the way, yes, 2 of them did ride in on scooters. Rick Perry rode in on a scooter, and I believe Scott Walker rode in on a scooter with Jody Ernst.
Really?
Yes, the woman new senator from Idaho, sitting atop her own big old hog there. And by the way, she offered, and I thought this was in a way, I don't know if condescending is the right word, but she offered to give Marco Rubio a ride on the back of her scooter. Now, wouldn't that have been a great photograph, right?
Yeah.
Oh, man. They would have thrown all the Hispanic vote out the window, I'll tell you that right now. All right.
She was playing some mat work there, you know.
Yeah, but, a woman offering a man a ride on the back of a motorcycle, I don't think we've gone that far.
We know what that subtly implies, right? There's a mood for that position.
Yeah, okay. Well, anyway, he politely declined. But anyway. So, anyway, 2 weeks from today, Cafe Positano. If you would like to make a reservation, they are taking them, of course, already. And the number at Cafe Positano is 407-774-8080. That's 407-774-8080. You don't have to make a reservation that evening. Just show up anytime you like. And I'm sure we'll be around there until dark anyway. But if you would like to make a reservation, make sure you have a table, and then go ahead and do so. And by the way, this is a great time to make a reservation for that graduation party. I guess most of them are over now, but you'll have college graduations coming up here after the summer session. And it's always a great place to go to take that special someone or take your whole family. They have casual dining, a full bar, and of course fine dining and entertainment on, let's see, well, Thursday night I think is ladies' night. They have entertainment Friday and Saturday as well. So it's a great place to be. If you like Italian food and you haven't tried it yet, you need to scoot on down there, or at least come on down on the 22nd and join us. All right, as I said, when we come back, we'll be talking with Abe Katzman. He's got a great new article that came out in the American Thinker over the weekend, as a matter of fact, on the 71st anniversary of D-Day. And it was quite appropriate in a way. But we'll take that up with Abe Katzman in the next segment of the show. Okay, once again, you are listening to the American Adversaries as we come to you live on AM 660 The Answer. And we'll be with you on The Answer all the way until 7